A new report by AutoTrader has identified vehicles and brands searched for most often by Canadians in 2020. It's not surprising the King pickup, the Ford F-150, dominates the ranking, but in the unique shopping year of 2020, it is interesting to see so many luxury automotive names also show up to the top. BMW, Mercedes, for example, each snuck two vehicles into the top 10 and were first and second most searched brands, respectively. In addition to ranking the most searched models nationally checked out by the breakdown below, AutoTrader also provided some insight of how Canadians' shopping behavior shifted during the pandemic. It seems that with all the extra time at home, we are especially good automotive consumers this year. Marketplace data show that online auto retailers received a full 21% more visits in 2021 than in 2020 and recorded its highest traffic month of 25 millions a visit. Here's what the clickings were. Ford F-150. Ford gave fans a lot of Google this year. With the release of its new 2021 F-150, the pickup came loaded with standout features like an onboard generator, front seats that fold flat for lunchtime naps, workbench style tailgate, plus a whole slew of trim options to choose from. The F-150 was searched consistently across the nation, but nowhere more heavily than in truck-obsessed province of Alberta. Ford Mustang was another hot search term. In fact, it is most searched vehicle in car-focused Ontario and number 2 in Manitoba and the Atlantic Canada, likely due to release of its electric Mach-E. The Mach-E controversially reclaims the name of iconic late 60s pony car but repackages it into a SUV with electric power. We recently tested the e-SUV and found out it had competitive range of 335, an exceptional interior but a lacking recharging package. The base select Mach-E starts with 50,000 and is expected to ship out any day now, while the turned up GT Performance version will cost around $83,000 and should arrive next year. The third number goes for BMW 3 Series and BMW M. The revered BMW 3 Series nameplate didn't make a lot of waves this year other than announcing Canadian pricing of 330e and 330e xDrive PHE'd an earlier version year slotting rear-wheel drive model with under the federal green credit rebate at the level of 45,000 and all-wheel drive variant at $54,000, but it still manages to earn a plenty of clicks through the shoppers like in provinces in British Columbia and in Ontario who still love a standard car shape. BMW M also made the list at the 7th number even though it's not a vehicle but rather the high brand's high performance motorsport division. The 2021 BMW M3 and M4 both have new punctuated by larger grille and all-wheel drive option for the potential over of 500 horsepower. Mercedes-Benz C-Class, another coupe luxury product to benefit from apparent pandemic promoted elevations in Canadians' automotive standard, are compact Mercedes-Benz C-Class and midsize E-Class. The two sedans have been successfully staying off the hordes and oncoming SUV standing by their sedan base, particularly by being hardbinder of new coal tech. Speaking of which, you have checked out the new 2020 E-Class. Fifth number, Porsche 911. Porsche Forever hero product the 911 fell midway down the top 10 in searches this year. Though it was the second most searched car in British Columbia, it makes sense the German sports car is popular in Canada, considering it's cheapest country in the world from which to purchase a new one, according to a new recent report. And also considering it that 2021 911 Turbo S is a ferocious animal prepared to bite the hand that fuels it with a 640 horsepower 3.8 flat 6 capable of pushing down 2.6 0 to 100 km sprint. Number 6, Honda Civic. Honda Civic is the standard and most searched light and it has been number 1 in Quebec for 4 years running. This year the Civic caught media attention for its uniquely colored Canadian Type R offering a sizable recall that impacted it a number of other Honda products for its cult status and allowed 2000 SI to sell for 50,000 at an auction. Number 8, Chevrolet Corvette. The 8th generation of Chevrolet Corvette debuted in 2019. Many drivers and internet browsers are still getting to know it a year later. In Saskatchewan, where classic cars are on top of mind, it ranked second number on search list in between the leading Mustang and sibling Camaro. And it's not just the search that made up, the Vette enjoyed a Canadian year over year sales boost up to 18% in 2020. The vehicle did experience some hiccups this year, including a braking issue that necessitated a stop sale in September and problem with front trunk flying open at speed over 40 kilometers per hour. Number 10. Toyota RAV4. The RAV4 just managed to repeat its placement on the list again this year. Toyota caused a stir with a new hybrid version of popular SUV RAV4 Prime, which is one of the best 60,000 hybrid yet tested. It's got a winning combination of power, efficiency plus a clever interior that ticks all the family-friendly boxes. One flaw that has been identified, however, the hybrid trim failed the famous smooth test.